So the first thing I saw was you at a bookstore giving a book talk about your book. Now, I don't know if you know how Stephen King started.
No.
Okay. Stephen King started, he wasn't famous, he wasn't anybody. He was an English teacher in Maine. That's how Stephen King started. He was a
Hmm.
no-name English teacher in Maine in the 1970s. And he filled up his trunk with copies of his book and he drove around the country and found bookstores and gave book tours, like gave book talks in every and he would drive a couple, he'd drive and this is how he spent his summer between his one school year and his next school year is he drove around the country with books in his trunk and he gave them out. And he sold them, but he gave book talks at bookstores and he went around the country and he did it. And that's how the country got to know who Stephen King was.
Mm.
And so at first they said a book tour, like a book discussion, because right? I'll do a little plug, but like, right? Unseen Light by Isabel Zimmerman, right? Like here it is. So you would go around and be like, okay, I'm gonna give a book talk. You bring a couple copies, maybe you ask the store to have a couple copies. You're leaving a couple of copies there too that you've signed,
Yes.
right? And so some people will buy a book just because the author signed it. They're saying, really hearing them very clearly saying, think big.
Okay.
And so if you do a book tour, right, when you get a couple people in the room,
Yeah.
you can then be like, so let me tell you what else I do.
Mm.
And I'm starting this new program. I would love for you if you're interested. If you know there's more for you, but you have no idea what that looks like, and you feel like you stop yourself, you feel like you hinder yourself, and then you say, I can help you to stop hindering yourself.